Tough to tame. 200. Green flag in the air. We're underway. A drag race into turn number one. Casey Kane and Cole Witt. Problems early on in turn number one. Around goes the 7. That is Miguel Paludo. Sideways, as well as Max Pappas in the 9.
Travis Kvapil, the 5 truck.
The bad luck continues for Travis Kvapil.
I think this is what you have when you have 2 trucks, 2 drivers.
Happen in front of this right here. You see Miguel Paludo in the 9 of Max Pappas around.
It's almost like something happened up in front of these drivers here that caused them to start stacking up, though.
Looks like a chain reaction deal, it looked like.
Yeah, I saw Carmichael in the 4 truck up there. I saw him starting to stack up, and I think it just chain reaction all the way back through it.
There's an onboard from Timothy Peters got into the left rear quarter pedal top out, and that may have seized them up enough for that aftermath.
I think that's exactly what started it. It all started up in front of them.
There's Ricky Carmichael's onboard camera. You see right in front of them, truck's already into the outside wall, sliding down the racetrack. Ricky does a nice job getting by on the outside. There's another view. That's David Starr, the black truck that was against the wall. He got into the 7 truck of Miguel Paludo, but I think exactly like we were talking about when we saw that contact earlier between the 30 truck of Thabo Dye and the 17 of Timothy Peters. I think that slowed the field down enough that then it was a chain reaction.
Saw Justin Lofton
out to the right, the 77, Justin Lofton.
And coming on to pit road.
Norm Benning coming off pit road at the same time. They make contact.
Top 10 with this 30 truck, and I've been watching his lap times. With the exception of traffic, he's got about the 3rd quickest truck right now.
Problem on the backstretch is Brendan Gaughan going around in the 62, and that will bring out our 3rd caution.
I'm not sure he made any contact with anything. Brendan gets the truck refired. Will remain on the lead lap. Stretch it a little bit.
Here's Carmichael riding just behind that 62 as they come out of turn number 2.
Brendan just makes a little contact with the 23 of Jason White, and I think he just yanked the steering wheel left to keep him spinning out of Jason White. Does a nice job keeping that truck out of the inside wall.
You talked about how narrow this place is, Phil. It's not very often, and we saw it with Brad Sweet, the 32 truck qualifying.
And looks like we're staying green, though, so he works his way down to the inside of the racetrack. That was right across the start-finish line. It was in 3 and 4 where he got into the wall. Oh, coming out of 2, he actually hit the wall and then limped all the way around. Take a look. This is, again, coming out of turn number 2, and wham, really hit the wall hard.
Pretty hard shot there. He was following Johanna Long in the 20 truck, and you kind of lose your vision there. When he's right behind that truck. That's actually down at the other end of the racetrack after he'd initially hit the wall coming off turn number 2.
So a lot of right side went down there. He would have problems. Oh, up into the wall is the 8 of Nelson Piquet Jr. He makes contact once again with the wall.
Yeah, he had made contact with Parker Kligerman, and now we got Jason White in a 23 and Joey Coulter in a 22, and they make hard contact on the back straightaway.
6 caution comes out.
And I think that was the aftermath of Nelson Piquet Jr. getting into the wall.
29, Kligerman has to roll out.
Then I think that tire deflated on that 8 truck. He got on the outside wall. And then when these other trucks came off the corner here, I think they took evasive moves, and somehow Jason White in the 23 got involved. There's Ricky Carmichael's onboard camera. There's Travis Kvapil, the 5. See those 2 trucks get together, the 8 and the 29. Ricky's going to jump to the inside, follow Travis Kvapil along the inside.
And this is the first incident where the 8 hits the wall. Now watch behind him. Jason White already sideways coming out of 2.
Joey Coulter in the 22 tried to check up. He gets sideways, and they end up hitting each other, getting together at the bottom of the racetrack.
This is Nelson Piquet's onboard.
It looked like the right front tire of Nelson Piquet Jr.'s truck was never against the 29 truck of Parker Kligerman.
See the right side damage. Starts. What do you think, Phil?
Well, he's got a horrible record here.
Oh, we got problems. That is Chase Mattioli in the 10. Hard contact with the wall, and we see the caution come out once again. This is the 7th caution.
I think we're going to be close enough to that magic number of lap number 90. We've completed 88 laps by the time pit road opens. Saw a bunch of sparks before that truck went into the outside wall. It makes you think that maybe he cut down a right front tire, broke something on the right front suspension.
It looked like it never turned.
This is earlier in this same turn here.
Not only did Chase Mattioli have problems, but
we had a bit of a problem of our own here.
We had problems.
And this was a live shot. We saw it actually happen when it happened.
I think it was Ron Hornaday that did it. I think we need to send him a bill.
I'm not so sure he didn't throw.
Long way to go with just 2 fresh right side tires.
James Busher on the inside of Austin Dillon.
You could see right there, Hornaday was just able to drive that thing down into turn 3 and 4.
Ricky Carmichael into the wall coming out of turn 4. The field spreading. We've got a problem behind him too. It looks like 2 trucks maybe slapped along. Oh, and hard hit by Johanna Long as they crossed the stripe. Also involved was the 8 of Nelson Piquet Jr.
You know, we talk about this racetrack being really narrow, but it's not narrow on the straightaways. So there was plenty of room there to have driven around. You see Ricky Carmichael trying to refire that truck. You
look at the damage to the 20 of Johanna.
The outside wall. Just watch for Ricky Carmichael right up your screen. It looks like he just got a little bit loose.
Got a little bit too high, overcorrected, hard in the outside wall. You see that the 20 truck here coming with all the sparks.
Yeah.
And you can see how much damage she already had to the right front of that truck.
And she was trying to drive to the inside of that truck, and I'm not sure that truck would steer very well.
It was Nelson Piquet Jr. that hit the wall, and then Johanna Long looked like she cut the right front tire on Nelson Piquet Jr.'s truck.
Taylor Malsom does an incredible job avoiding Ricky Carmichael. See, Ricky tries to keep the truck up against the outside wall.
Her tire was down right there. I think that's why we started seeing the sparks.
You know what? Let's ride with Ricky Carmichael and just get a sense of what this is like coming out of turn 4.
You heard the tires start squealing there when he lost control of the back of that truck. Now he's going to have hard contact here. Looked like Ricky was going to gas it up and try to move away just before Johanna Long made contact.
Johanna Long climbing out of the number 20. That's a great sign.
Nursed at home. It looks like James Bush is going to be there contesting for that 3rd spot momentarily.
Yeah, he's definitely closing in, Hermie, and we have caution on the speedway with 8 laps to go. Perfect for Timothy Peters.
Oh, and Johnny Sauter as well. They're right now 9th and 10th with this double foul restart. They're going to be back in the 5th row. What we talked about
up on top of the pit box there. They're team members for the 30, and you see it was Earnhardt into the wall, leaving some debris on the racetrack after he got into the wall. So NASCAR throws the caution for the 10th time. That ties the record set back in 2004. And do you remember who went to victory lane in 2004? Casey Kane's going to see the white flag one more time around Darlington Raceway.
Was tied against the outside wall.
He is trying everything he can to get by Hornaday in that 33 truck.
Remember, he told us the most important thing is to get to the finish here.
The battle for second continues. Kane now with a huge lead. Going down the backstretch. Hornaday stretching his lead over Bodine.
Watch Crafton in this 88 truck, though, through 3 and 4.
Now hard charging is Todd Bodine coming out of turn number 4. In 4 starts, this will be his 3rd win in the Camping World Truck Series.
Had 2 cars against the outside wall through turn 4.
Trouble and caution here at Darlington Raceway. That is Chris Buescher subbing for Trevor Bayne in the 16 car. And this is what you call action and reaction, right?
Yeah, he has had a tough time the last 5 or 6 laps. Has gotten into the wall, and you can see on the left side there has gotten into a few folks as well, and left front tire finally lets go. Young man was looking.
Reaction. This is about lap 39. That's Buescher and Josh Wise.
Yeah, you see those guys getting to the corner. A little hot. Josh kind of uses him up. You know, 8 tires are better than 4. Unfortunately, Chris comes away from this very badly scathed, and now we see the end result of that.
The fender in on that left front leads to the tire blowing out, which leads...
You're looking at what is the reason for our cars stayed out, to be exact. We'll update you on those. Let's go back and show you what brought out the caution.
It's called a loss of traction off of turn 2. Michael Annett just couldn't quite get it gathered up. Eric Almirola did a great job of not becoming a part of this.
He was running 11th as he just noses into the wall. And his day is over. As you get one more look, we'll take a quick break, come back, reset it for you, talk about the 6 that stayed out.
2. This will scramble the field quite a bit. It should be interesting here the next few laps.
3 wide,
Already.
look out, contact the
There we go.
88.
That can't
He's
be good.
around, hits the wall once, another car spinning down the backstretch. That's Brian Scott, Ryan Truex, Brad Keselowski. He's involved. There's Almirola again into the wall. So, quickly, the 5th caution comes out.
So Denny Hamlin and Clint Boyer there, side by side.
Yeah, it looks
Boyer's
like Denny. What Denny is really kind of not giving Clint much room, forced him up into the side of, in the back of Almirola. Look at this hit.
And that was Kyle that got into the back of the 11. Wow, what a lick.
Man.
Lifted the whole car right up off all 4.
Piece of the splitter flying through the air.
Trying to see where Carl get. There's Carl at the bottom of the screen. That's all we saw there. That's why we didn't notice him at first. Here from the DirecTV blimp.
Yeah, it's just not enough room right there.
Boy, Kyle makes it, and there's where Carl gets tagged.
Yeah, Casey Kane did get some damage on the front end there.
From Clint Boyer's perspective.
Side, middle of 3, clear high right
Yeah, you
here.
can hear Clint actually
Clear
come
high,
out of the
still
throttle.
inside, quick hold up. Come on. You're clear high, clear all around, no caution. Caution's out.
And now from Eric Almirola's car. Just listen.
Still there. Clear. The wreck is behind us, big wreck behind us. Caution's out, big wreck.
And then, of course, the hardest hit right here. And look at the safer barrier, and thank goodness it's there.
Yeah, you can see it working right there. It's still a big hit.
Well, we saw Kyle Busch get through. Carl did not. How about Jason Leffler in the 30?
Got it up here. Okay, get down. Watch this, get up. Outside, get up. Watch this 88 up here. Get us down the track. Just stay on the track.
You just I like that one. Stay on the track.
See, that's where Kyle got clipped right there.
Yellow is out.
Yeah, I think
We got it, Mike. We got it. He'll come look at it.
has brought out our 5th caution. There is Carl's car, and they're going to work on patching it up.
Yeah, both ends. The front, you see they got a lot of damage on the right front and the right rear.
And at Talladega, nope.
Inside and you're outside.
And we're getting word that the 60 has hit the wall again. So Carl Edwards, they band-aided this thing back together, try and get it out there. Back and show you what happened.
Well, he's fighting a car that's just, not at peak performance, and he gets in there and locks up the wheels. Looks like getting the wall.
Jason Leffler got around him, and as we come back to the action, there's the 33 of Clint. There it is. 1.3 miles to go for Kyle Busch to win here at Darlington.
It looks like Elliott Sadler might make it all the way on fuel, too. He's still running 3rd.
He has fallen back about 13 seconds from the race leader down the backstretch for the final time.
Well done, bud. Well done.
Through turns 3 and 4. He comes out in front of the crowd here, and the checkered flag is out for the 48th time in his career. Kyle Busch is going to take the win by 2.9
The lady in
seconds.
black. I love it. Good job, Rod. Good job, guys.
Only 2 prior Darlington winners to start in the top 13 as the 60 goes around.
Caution's out.
Mike Skinner.
Caution's out.
Well, that didn't take long, did it?
No, but you mentioned Denny Hamlin. I asked
Raider.
if he got just a little bit of help. I think that might be from the 66 car of Michael McDowell.
Now, earlier, we saw Bobby Labonte underneath Montoya in the 42.
Bobby got loose. I mean, trying to get
past Juan. Then he got a little bit loose. I don't think they made contact after looking at that.
Well, it's NASCAR in prime time with Casey Kane leading Kyle Busch by a second and a half. And a car on the wall, it is David Gilliland. Caution's out at lap 74. And that happened right in front of the leader.
Got a right front tire down.
Gilliland comes into view here.
Yeah, he's in it pretty early. Never was able to make the turn. Makes me think that tire was soft.
And here's the leader, Casey Kane, right behind him.
Darrell, once this wall gets you, it just won't let you go, will it?
It's like a magnet. The lady in black gets a hold of him. She says, "You ain't leaving me tonight."
Boy, close call.
And Casey Kane is all over him for the front spot as Montoya and Johnson are side by side for 6th.
I know one thing. I watched everybody.
Whoa, Johnson! Did they make contact? Johnson spins.
Hang on to it, man. Sorry,
Caution.
guys. Hold on to it. He hit. Somebody tell me what I did wrong there?
I want to say, do you think, Larry, that guys are racing Montoya, giving him a little extra room tonight? Now, right there, Johnson made a little dive. It was just what happens off the corner. Did Montoya give him enough room right here? Montoya was trying to make the crossover. They made contact.
Yeah, he didn't quite complete the crossover. Jeff Gordon in that 24, Johnson's teammate, just barely slides through there.
He was anticipating that was going to happen.
And then he was committed.
And then that better be.
And you see the paint mark and the left corner askew on Johnson's car as the result of the contact, and around he goes. Matt is in Montoya's pit.
Juan Pablo told his team on the radio that simply he apologized for the incident, but he felt like Johnson got out of the gas early and he could not avoid the 48.
Jimmy looking around, seeing where everybody is and what's going on. I mean, he did a nice job of not hitting anything.
Steve?
Well, to add on what Matt said about Juan Pablo Montoya.
That's true. Carl Edwards out in front by 1.8 seconds.
Caution.
Still out.
Jimmy Johnson.
48. 48's resting on the apron off of 4. Keep it rolling.
Johnson trying to
Outside.
hold as much speed as possible.
Just up high and started spinning before he even got even close to the middle of turn 4.
There is just so little room up there. I can't believe there's just hardly any room for error right up next to that wall off that corner.
Here it is.
Hang on to that thing, man. Coming to your outside there. Hang on to it. Caution's out. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Speed is coming off the 4.
I don't know anyone in this business that controls a car that's completely sideways like Jimmy Johnson does. You notice when that flying through this field.
Well, what he wants to do is fly up through there right now early and catch Brian Vickers in the 83 and Martin Truex Jr.
And there's Vickers. And there's Reagan. What's going on here?
Let it roll. I'm going to get 4 tires, a little bit of front end damage.
Look at the whole left side of the 83 car is gone. I mean, it's just ripped off, hanging on by a thread there.
Like he was hit with a can opener. This is the free pass position car, the 56, the Napa car. Vickers trying to get there, gets into Reagan instead. Oh boy!
Right here is where he rips the side out of that thing.
All that blue foam, if you remember, Jeff Hammond in the pre-race talked about that energy absorbent foam in the left and right side. That's what you saw flying out of there.
Want to ride with David Reagan?
I've never seen a car do that, I don't think.
And
neither had he.
I wonder if you would you have any spare foam in your pit box in your crash cart?
I know where some's at. Jeff Hammond, get it out of the cutaway car.
I mean, how many times would you have to replace the foam inside your door?
That may not be something that they have spare.
I don't think so. I believe that's going to the garage.
And that's where Vickers is headed, to the garage area. And it's the NASCAR. Well, here's another look from the DirecTV blimp. Left of your screen.
Vickers just got such a great run in that 83 versus Reagan in the 6.
Yeah, Reagan probably had to pedal it a little bit coming up off that corner. Got a big push in it. When you do, here comes the other guy, and there comes Vickers a whole lot faster. I don't know how you explain that one, Larry.
Face the racetrack.
Guys, this racetrack is getting some speed. We got trouble here with Joey Logano on the 20 on the front stretch.
Almost saved it, but he got into the wall with the left front hard, and we are under caution again. And his teammate, Kyle Busch, gets the free pass.
That was why they elected to come in and work on the car earlier, because they knew they'd probably get themselves in this position.
I wondered if he had some help or what happened. Let's see here.
He's down under Marcos here in the 9. He makes contact right there.
How many times have we seen that tonight?
Yeah, it just gets out from under him. He tries to get off of the 9. He can't. Gets out from under him, and he makes heavy contact right there.
There's two that contact twice.
I tell you,
Logano going around. Wheels are locked.
Oh, a lot of people have bounced off of Marcos tonight. Not of his own making.
Nope.
There have been people all over him, but he's been able to survive pretty well.
Kenny Hamlin's view. I think that's about the third one that Regan Smith has shot right away from and missed.
Smoke out of the back of the 5 car of Mark Martin. Ironically, he had just said, I'm trying to baby it, trying not to use it up, being very careful, but he is headed to his pit box. Saw the smoke trailing out of the 5.
Yeah, Steve, I was watching him, and he just goes into turn 3 here, down on the bottom, and the car just takes off, slams that outside wall hard right there. Make heavy contact with the outside wall.
Team tweets, close call for front tire carrier Eric Pringle. He was trying to pull the tape off the front grille, but he is okay after that mishap on Menard's pit stop. And here is Casey Mears with trouble. That's good. Now here comes Casey Mears right in the middle of the screen. Everybody gets a little jacked up here.
Yep, that's where it happened. Regan spun the tires a little bit, but he's going to get away with it because Keselowski's not going at all.
Keselowski in the 2 somewhat held Carl Edwards up in the 99 there on the outside, but Edwards is going to make a run for 3rd.
Here he comes. He's got a good run down the back. There should be a lot of contact as we head down this back straightaway.
Kyle Busch way on the inside picks up a spot. Harvick drops 1. Edwards to 2nd on fresh tires.
4 to go this time.
4 to go and 3
Oh,
wide.
Boyer in the wall, hard.
Hard wreck.
He stays out.
4 wrecks down here, turn 4, big wreck.
Harvick in trouble.
Keep going. Squeeze in damper.
3 of the 4 Childress cars in trouble in the closing laps.
Get 4 tires.
Boyer's car, the front end destroyed.
They were all, I mean, the rear. And here comes Boyer down on the bottom, and they get 3 wide right here, and this is when I knew it was going to go bad.
It just would not work.
Down the front straightaway and into turn 1. Somebody looked like got into the back of Kevin Harvick, just turned him around, slammed into the wall, did some heavy damage to that machine.
Kane drops the inside as they go 3 wide behind him, and Boyer takes a wild ride into the safer barrier, and Kyle Busch turned Harvick around after they had made contact half a lap before.
Yeah, I think there's something not quite right about that. I have to look at that another time or 2.
Let's see it from our DirecTV blimp.
You see them back here. They get all bottled up off turn 4. 3 wide right there. Lots of contact. Boyer gets into the side of his teammate Harvick.
You can see the 18 and the 29 hit again there, and Kyle Busch just goes dead left and pretty much hooks Kevin Harvick in the 29.
They made contact off turn number 4.
Fix up.
Boyer shot down into the inside wall.
Inside, 39 inside. Inside, very low. Inside, 33 inside here. He's overheating inside, middle. Oh, we just got hold her straight, hold her straight, hold her straight, hold her straight. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. We can do the damn thing.
Now let's ride with Jeff Gordon through this.
Middle 3. Clear high, one down low, keep coming. Bam. Corner, watch this, get down. One down low, you're clear. Clear high, get on the track. Corner, clear.
Edwards trying to deny him from the outside of the front row. Then Keselowski, Stewart, Kane, and Hamlin. Green flag, 2 to go.
Boy, I tell you, that 2 car gets up in there. That's going to mess with Carl a little bit. But Carl should be able to get the steam up the outside.
Regan Smith in that 78 gets a good run through 1 and 2. Actually pulls away from Carl Edwards down the backstretch.
Stewart loses a bit of ground and loses 2 spots. It is Smith into turn 3. Edwards has the grip, and here he comes to the white flag. Regan Smith 1 lap away. Paul Menard blowing up in the back of the pack. White flag.
Can he do it? Can he hold him off?
No matter what, we've got a race now. They'll race it back if we don't get a caution.
Boy, Regan got off to the turn 2.
Oh, he hits the wall.
He's all right. He's okay. He got off there great.
But Edwards didn't jump inside.
They're all wrecking behind him, but it's okay. Can he hold him off? One more corner.
Here we come to the flag. Regan Smith looking for his first Sprint Cup win. Edwards, 2 car lengths back. Smith gets the flag, and this time he'll get to keep it.
How about that?
I love you guys, man. That's awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome. Yes.
What a call.
You're the man, buddy. Nice job today. Nice job.
The Sprint All-Star race.
And Harvick and Busch.
He's after him.
Yeah, this has just started now.
Kyle says, I don't know how you're going to have This ain't going to happen too good.
There was a pass, there was contact, and then as Boyer went into the fence, Kyle Busch came and turned Kevin Harvick around.
We know Harvick is he plays rough, especially when the race is over with. I've seen him climb over people's cars to get to him.
We've got cars overheated. We've got drivers overheated.
And we got wrecked cars. And
Bobby Labonte crashed on the final lap. Harvick looking in his mirror. Shuts the switches off.
Something's going to have to give here, boys.
We thought it could be Newman and Montoya. Turns out it's Harvick and Busch. And they are still stopped way up at the turn 4 end of pit road as Regan Smith does his victory lap. And Harvick's going to put the steering wheel back up.
No,
wheels off again. Here he comes.
He says, okay, this is enough. I'm going back here and we're going to have a little talk. And there goes his car. That car just took off. Holy smoly.
Crash in the backstretch on the last lap.
Pretty big, too. I mean, there were a lot of cars, the 9, the 47, both.
And Kyle got a piece of that as he tried to pass Ambrose.
Boy, Bobby Labonte in that 47, a lot of damage.
He'd had a great race all night long. Car didn't have a scratch on it.
Well, Ambrose and Labonte were 11th and 12th.